And here we are again, we're beneath the steel sky. We've just broken into the security building. And we're going to have a bit of a look around. See what there is in here. By the looks of things, just a few lockers in this room, so...
Belongs to someone called Cole.
Open.
It's locked.
Yeah.
Reich.
Reich!
It's locked.
Bastard! Are any of these...
It's locked. It's locked.
I think they're all locked, to be honest.
It's locked. It's locked.
Can we use our ID card to get into Reich's locker? No, I guess not. Seemed a bit of a stretch, but thought I'd give it a go. Right, onwards. Good room. There's dudes in the background there. It's a good thing they don't seem particularly interested in turning around from the screen.
Welcome to Link. Please insert your card.
Oh, this is just this again. Oh, hang on though. We can bypass this now. That's something I probably should have remembered. Let's view some documents. Oh, that's very readable. Yeah. It says Nothwu there though. Doth. And another brilliant piece of documentation there. Special operations. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. There we go. Took all of Lamb's money and made him a D-Link. That'll teach him to be a bit of an asshole at one time. The system works. I think what we're here for though is this. Put the card in.
It's the Link interface. And I don't like the look of it at all.
I don't like it at all. Let's have a seat, shall we? And now suddenly we're in the internet. And I'm a sexy, purple action man type figure. Brilliant. This, I assume, is Link. Something about security use, okay. Poke. Oh, poking him in the eye doesn't do much. It's kind of satisfying there. Ball. Can I have the ball? It's a corrupt ball. It's mine anyway. So we got things. Document plus document. No. Press data. We'll just move on, shall we? Hello again, eyeball. What's in the carpet bag? Yeah, that's good. Can we open the carpet bag? Did it. And I pick these things. A birthday surprise. It's not a stripper and a cake, I'm not interested. Can we decrypt the compressed data? No, okay. Sharon. Who's that then? Oh, decompress the compressed data. That makes more sense. And we have passwords. we're not going that way. Back in. Back in. Back in. Do I have to do my card again? I guess you can't just leave the card in the slot. Someone might come along and steal it or something. Who knows what effect that would have on his delicate little mind while it's plugged into the internet. This way. Yeah, you're gonna let me through there, aren't you, eyeball? Yeah, this bit, I believe I know what I'm doing. Use the passwords in the floor till we successfully make a route to somewhere. We don't need that one anymore. Put it into that one. Alright. Go there. Here. It's not really the most complex puzzle in the world, is it? Just pick up the old one and move it somewhere new. Times infinity. Yeah, you have to move one square at a time for reasons. Of course, now I do have two choices. Just have to try them both. Put thing in slot. There we go. Can't help but wonder what would happen if I... Oh no, that's just the one I put the red one in earlier, isn't it? Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Off we go. Look at that sexy purple man-ass. And in here we obviously have a bust and a book. I mean, what else would you find lying around on the floor of the internet? Something jargon. And this? It's a text file. In the form of a book. Novel. What are you, Phoenix? Can we... Oh, we can. Now how do I read it? Do I just... No. We can decrypt all these, we're not quite sure how we read them. Do we open them? No. We got decrypted documents, so we... Info. Ah! Text file. Good text files. What's this then? To override system logon security, please distribute freely. Hi to Rue, Pob and Ian. Alright. Stop. Stop. Hang on. This overrides security. Can you use it on the eyeballs? I'll have to... You know what, fuck it.
It's the and I don't like...
Out and back in, because that's... It's so much quicker. Reverse engineering puzzles. So can we... No, okay. What now then? We got this, whatever this is. Restricted use only in accordance with link mandate 889. I mean, we were in here to upgrade the link status for myself and that I need to go, right? That was our purpose for coming here. All we've really done though is found some documents we can't read and some other stuff. We can't take any of it with us out of the internet, so clearly we have to use it in the internet, right? Stands to reason. No. Do you want this? No. We decrypt this? No. Then we Karen. Decompress that. Open that. Look at this. No. See, I did peek a walkthrough, but I don't really remember all of it. So I'm probably still going to get a bit stumped by some things. Whether this improves or subtracts from the quality of the viewing experience, I couldn't possibly say. Put these back together. Okay. No, don't do that. Oh. That was a misclick. Is there something else we can do at the link terminal? Now that we have a bust and a book. Ah, I decoded these. Something Reich. Status clearance. The bearer is authorized to utilize Phoenix status overrides in the course of investigations. No authority on record for increased status and promotion to supervisor. Unlawful intrusion suspected. Level 3 surveillance. Oh, subject Overman. Mother reference something Piero Maria. Native of Hobart. That's the opposing company, right? Removed child in bid to defect back to Hobart. Flight terminated in Gap. No infant remains found at crash site. Well, that's us then, isn't it? Clearly. Our mother tried to fly back to her hometown, got shot down, and we ended up in the Gap. Oh yeah, there's our history for you. Search all Gap dweller sites in the area. Return Overman to link at all costs. Subject has assumed the name of Foster. Well, that's a no-brainer. Thanks for clearing that up, game. I guess Link wants us because we belong here.
So my real name is Robert Overman. But why does Link want me? And what's happened to my father?
Good questions, good questions. Oh yeah, these are bad, right? Huh. And we just...
It's the only way out.
That is the only way out.
I have to use my card to open it.
But nothing happened. We've been over this.
Nothing's happened.
This is problematic. Is there anything else we can do at the terminal? That's new, isn't it? Special status request. Authority granted for temporary enhancement of link status. Agent granted access to all sectors. Now we're talking. That was easy enough. Just go to a computer and be like, yo, can I go places? And it's like, yeah, sure, why not? Don't see why we can't promote you. And we're back here. But now hopefully we can use our newfound powers to head downstairs. But first, I'm gonna check in with Anita. She seemed interested in what we were doing. And I've granted myself higher status, but I was meant to be helping her out as well, right? Which I haven't done, because I'm a bad man. Kinda need a card to do that though.
Confirmed. Fluctuation normal.
My fluctuation's pretty normal, if you know what I mean. Because I don't.
Can you understand the guy in the suit?
Not in the least. I don't think he can hear me either.
Fair enough.
I've got the Schriebman port.
Brilliant. How did you manage that?
I had a trade with the doctor.
I hope he didn't rip you off.
No comment.
Huh.
See you later.
Well, I guess fuck Anita. I've got what I want. I'm out of here. I wonder if Lamb's still about. I'd quite like a chat with him now that I've royally screwed him over. Ah, there he is.
Hey, Lamb. Thanks for the tour.
You're welcome. I hope you've learned something about pipes.
Oh yes, it was most instructive. From now on, whenever I smell raw sewage, I'll think of you, Gilbert.
Let me give you a tip, lad. If you want to get anywhere in this city, you have to bend the rules.
In what way?
If you don't want to get entangled in red tape, you need insurance, a special policy. See my friend Anchor. He'll help you out.
A lot of people sending me to that Anchor guy, but I think I've already done that.
Hey, Lamb.
Just an alternate option.
Do you have a problem?
Aye, lad. I was hoping to see you. My card isn't working and I can't use the elevator.
Perhaps you've been made a D-Link.
Don't be so bloody impertinent, lad. What will poor little Couscous do?
What?
Who's Couscous?
My pussy. She has to be fed.
Oh god.
What would I do if she died?
100%.
Make a hat to match your coat?
I don't think that's very funny, lad. Besides, cat and beaver fur wouldn't match.
I could feed her for you. If I could get into your apartment.
It'd been funny if you
You
said
go
pussy and
down
beaver.
to Bellevue, and I'll authorise it so you can. By the way, Couscous likes to be pampered. Like all women, eh, lad?
Apart from D-Links, you mean? You need therapy, Lamb.
Right, so I guess I can get into his shit now.
Come on, Joey.
Yeah, this was another thing, wasn't it? I actually forgot I needed to do this, but yeah, this is another absolutely, like, it will let me progress with the game a bit now, but if I hadn't done this with Lamb and gone and got something from his apartment, I would be screwed, and that it would have been really confusing as to how to progress. Adventure games, yo. Okay, so this is Lamb's house, I believe. The other one was right. Pussy. You want this?
It's titled Pussies on Parade.
Yep.
That's pathetic. I could do better. I didn't picture Lamb as a reader of books. They're fake, just empty cardboard boxes.
Brilliant.
I'd like that if it wasn't for the fluffy sheep.
What's wrong with sheep?
What a fat cat! Hello, puss. I better not stroke it. It might scratch me.
Guy's just got a innate favour of cats for no reason, apparently. Armchair.
That looks comfortable and inviting.
Mm.
The cushion is covered in grease and cat fur.
Oh. Okay. So much for comfortable and inviting.
It's a food dispenser.
I didn't look like food. That looked like piss. Or oil at the best. Oh, whatever, cat. You do you.
It's got more buttons than a maternity dress.
I like how this is meant to be set in the future and they're still using VCRs. Check out those pussies on parade. I mean, in many ways, this game predicted the rise of cat videos on the internet.
Might have guessed Lamb would have a TV screen like that. Big, showy, and ostentatious.
Not that big. Pretty standard size these days, to be honest. Alright. I think that's all we need now. You can get the hell off these up. No, I don't think I ever spoke to this guy.
Hello, I'm Overman. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gallagher. What's going on in this city? Something wonderful. Tell me about it, please. I can't do that. Everything will become apparent when the time is right. What are you doing? Just watching and waiting? What for? I won't know until it happens. I guess not. Are you feeling all right? Never felt better. You look depressed. Don't worry about me. You've got enough to worry about.
That's ominous.
What do you mean? Who are you? It's too early to tell. I'm newborn. Too much in flux. I don't understand.
I don't remember this guy being mentioned at all in the walkthrough, but... or at least not here. I think he's somewhat relevant later. Interesting little conversation though.
Do you always talk in riddles? I don't think I do. Maybe it's your perception that's at fault. Maybe your interpretation of what I say differs from the intent of what I mean. Maybe. Can you direct me to the ground level? You're a social transcender. Going up in this world means going down. It's all a question of status.
Hey, there's a point. Like, in most fantasy universes, the rich people live, like, at the top. But, In this one, it's
Strange to
tended
think these
inverted.
plants were common once. I can almost feel it growing.
Is this shrub any different?
It's sticky with some kind of gum.
Oh, nice.
I've never seen anything so green.
Well, now you have. Right. Shall we progress, Joey? Come on. Oh, okay, you stay there then.
Oh no! Joey must have forgotten he'd changed shells. I hope his board isn't broken.
What a fucking idiot.
I ought to move that trash. It's too heavy to carry.
Guess I won't move that trash then. Can I come past here?
What's through that door?
It's off limits to the likes of you.
I just wondered where it leads.
It's the old cathedral. There's nothing interesting in there. In fact, it's empty.
Why guard an empty cathedral?
I'm not guarding it exactly. I'm just standing there.
Preventing me from entering.
Yes.
Do you know the woman with the dog?
Oh yes, that's Mrs. Piermont. The richest woman in Union City. And the ugliest.
Ouch. That's pretty harsh.
What's the best way out of the city?
There isn't a way out.
Then the inhabitants are no better than prisoners.
That's the price of progress.
Never mind.
Would you like this present?
Didn't actually mean to give it to him, I just meant to show it to him. Figured if I could trick him into thinking I was Overman, I'd be able to get past. Doggo. Doggo? No, can't interact with Doggo.
Excuse me.
Talk to her though.
Hello, darling. I don't believe we've met.
No, I'm a stranger here.
I'm Mrs. Piermont, but you can call me Danielle.
Do you know someone called Overman?
Why, yes, I do. He worked with my husband, Professor Piermont. Why? Are you interested in Overman?
He was my father.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. Overman's only son died in an accident.
That was no accident, Mrs. Piermont. It was deliberate sabotage by security. My mother was killed, but I survived. And I've read a document which proves it.
Incredible! Your mother was a great friend to me. If there's any way I can help you, just ask.
She was easily swayed, wasn't she? Oh no, I definitely survived. Oh, okay, fair enough then, let me help you.
How do I get out of the city?
Now, why would you want to do that? There's nothing in the gap but sand and savages.
But that's where I live.
Ooh, how ghastly for you, my dear.
She does have a point. This place is a lot nicer than the wasteland that he lives in. As long as no one, arrests and kills him, it's probably quite a nice place to live.
What's the mutt's name?
Well, really? He's not a mutt. His name is Spunky.
Of course it is.
He looks just like his owner.
What do you mean by that?
He's really cute and fluffy.
Flattery will get you nowhere, young man.
Never mind.
Yeah, I couldn't really see a way of getting out of that without offending the one person in this entire city who wants to help me. Aside from the useless D-Link. Door. Statue?
The big guy's sacks are spilling their contents.
Oh, for God's sake. This game.
Nothing I could use that statue for. It's a little man carrying a log. Nothing I could use that statue for.
Okay.
Doors are unremarkable, but this one has a certain je ne sais pas. Shut tight.
Okay. How about you, doorman? Are you a doorman or is your name Doorman? Who
Excuse
can say?
me.
Maybe both.
Hold it. Your membership card, please.
I don't have one.
This is a private club.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You do now. Piss off.
Smart shoes.
Oh, thanks. You can tell a lot from a man's shoes. The design tells you what kind of man he is. The way he cares for them tells you where he's going.
And what he's trodden in tells you where he's been. How do I join the club?
You have to be sponsored by an existing member. It's a most exclusive establishment, frequented only by those with the proper credentials.
You mean people with money?
No, people with credit. There's a world of difference. People with money think they can afford not to care. People with credit know they can't, but don't care anyway.
Now, if only I just met a rich person who offered to help me with something. I don't
See
need to
you
talk to
later.
Anymore, I've got my solution. There's a dog, so she should be along shortly.
Excuse me.
Yo. Oh,
Never mind. Excuse me.
Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me?
What about old widow Piermont? She used to come here, years ago. If you chatted her up, she might sponsor you.
See you later.
damn it. I like how the one time the solution is relatively obvious, they have to spell it out for you anyway. Didn't do that when I needed to arbitrarily cut some cable down and steal an anchor in order to make a grappling hook and break into a security office in order to hack onto the internet and change my link status so I could ride an elevator. But when I need to talk to the one rich person I know in order to get something from a rich person, they have to tell me that. Very silly game. I'd be chasing Mrs. Piermont right now, but I feel like she's probably just going to come round again in a second and I'm just going to waste my time running in circles, so let's look at the sack statue again.
The big guy's sacks are spilling their contents.
Yep. Yeah, they are. Do you want this video cassette?
Excuse me. Would you like this present?
My advice is to keep quiet.
Okay.
Excuse me.
There we go. Took him a while to find a position he wanted to talk to her from.
Would you sponsor me for the club?
If you're really Robert Overman, I'll sponsor you. But I don't want to visit the club.
I mean, we're right there.
I'll call the manager from my apartment.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, come to Mummy, Spunky.
I'm not sure I needed to hear that. These people will be relevant later. I don't think I have to care about them yet though.
Oh, come to Mummy,
He's doing it again.
Spunky.
Please stop.
No card slot. Must be a private elevator. It's the call button for an apartment.
Hello. Who is this?
Your pizza, madam.
What kind of pizza?
Quattro formaggi with olives and chilies.
Sounds good.
My favorite. But I'm on a diet.
Oh, shame.
Hello. Who is this?
It's me, Robert.
Come right in, Rob.
Oh, we're already
I've
on there.
been scared silly by cranky visitors.
She's already giving me nicknames. This is progressing faster than I'd hoped.
Welcome to my humble little home, Robert. You know, I remember you as a baby, Robert.
I've grown a bit since then.
I'm sure you have.
Oh,
You must have so many questions to ask me.
Yes, I have. Is my father still alive?
I've not seen him since my husband's funeral. What a magnificent occasion. I wish I could have stayed until the end.
You walked out of your husband's funeral?
I had no choice. Poor Spunky hates cathedrals. All that incense and droning makes him bilious. No sooner had I got him outside when up came his breakfast.
It's a good thing he didn't chuck in church.
Don't interrupt, darling. Well, when I got back, they were all gone. Congregation, choir, coffin and all.
What was the professor working on?
Didn't I tell you? Helmut was the designer of Link. It was his dream, but he died before it was realized. Your father became the project leader.
So my dad was responsible for Link?
Yes, he stepped into Helmut's shoes. Link reached completion on the very day you were born. From then on, Richard changed. He spent more time with Link than he did with his wife and baby.
Why did my mother try to escape?
But she did her best to cope. But she wasn't the same after Richard's rejection. The authorities never approved of her marriage either. Because she came from Hobart. Eventually, she decided to return home.
So the bastards had her killed.
You're overwrought, Robert. Would you like some paracetamol?
I don't want analgesic. I want answers.
they just wanted to include the word analgesic, didn't they? Gotta say, this music's a little bit chirpy for the conversation matter that we're going over here, but whatever, we'll carry on.
Are you gonna sponsor me now?
If that's what you want. I'll telephone the manager and make the arrangements. This won't take a moment.
Oh god. My first time seeing it from
Is
top.
that Mr. Coulston? Danielle Piermont here. I have a friend I wish to sponsor.
Oh, I've got control back. Yeah. Let's have a look around, shall we?
It's an ancient Greek statue made of fiberglass.
Like all the ancient Greek statues.
Nothing I could use that statue for.
wonder if there is any statues he could use something for. That was just the wrong combination of words, wasn't it? Dog bowl. I love dog bowls.
It's full of biscuits and dog drool.
Sweet.
That dog doesn't want to share his biscuits.
Oh, that's a shame. See, I'm pretty certain I need the dog biscuits, as I recall. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's how it's done. That's what this is for. Yep. You bark at those cats on TV.
If I pick up the bowl, the contents will slop all over my hands.
Oh, we don't want that. Don't want sloppy hands. Oh, I got the biscuits anyway. That's good. And now I believe we're done here. We just walk out on her while she's making a phone call on our behalf. After riling up the dog. And go do our own thing. I don't know if we've been sponsored yet. I'm not. I know there's a couple of things I need to do around now, but let's find out if I can get in, shall we?
Excuse me.
Hello, Mr. Overman. How did you know my name? You're a member now, sir? It's my business to know all our members. Can I go in now? Certainly. But you're in for a disappointment. How come? It looks smart with the lights turned low, but in daylight, it's a flipping toilet.
Never
I
mind.
like how this guy just trash talks the place that he's working for. To be fair, I used to do that a lot when I was working at a supermarket, so, fair's fair, I suppose. Gallagher again. That lad who was speaking in riddles upstairs. We also got woman, man, barman, and band. Quite a collection. There's also a jukebox. In case we want to, override the band. A door over there as well. Lots of interesting things going on. Let's start
Excuse
with
me.
woman.
Hi. Mind if I join you?
Well, hello yourself. They call me Bob.
Oh dear.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
See you later.
Oh, don't count on it.
Yeah, me neither. I have absolutely no wish to speak to her ever again. That was pretty painful.
Excuse me. Can I have a drink, please?
No chance.
Why not?
Nice rules.
Excuse me. Do the rules prohibit me from drinking?
No, you can drink all you want, but I can't serve you.
You are the bartender, right?
Well, I'm not the cabaret.
How come you can get a drink and I can't?
I told you. It's the house rules. Colston would fire me if I gave you a drink.
I demand to see the manager.
Please yourself.
Are you gonna fetch him?
I can't leave the bar.
Is the manager here?
He's around. That's him talking to Gallagher.
Thanks for the information. What are the band called?
The Hawk Club Quartet.
But there's only 3 of them.
Yeah, the saxophonist OD'd last month.
Did the saxophonist OD on
What
drugs?
an odd question.
No. Too much sax.
He got overexcited and ruptured his lungs.
That's a horrible sounding way to go.
Never mind.
At least he died doing what he loved. Sax, drugs and rock and roll. Hey! I regret
They
that
look
already.
really happy. Or stoned. They look really happy. Or stoned.
Okay.
Do you know Stairway to Heaven?
Fuck you, Oberman. Hello again, Gallagher.
Never mind.
Never mind. He's got a lot of inflections on the never mind, doesn't he?
Hi! Mind if I join you?
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Overman. What do you think of the club?
The bartender won't serve me.
That's because you're a probationary member. Don't blame Barry, he's only doing his job. The liquor laws have been tightened since last year's Babysham riots.
Hey, get on with the game, Colston.
Alright, no need to get excited. I'm Colston, the manager of the club.
Pleased to meet you.
Sorry, I've just been silently chuckling to myself at the thoughts of Babysham riots. That's amazing. Oh. Yeah, let's just ask everyone we meet how we can escape from the city that we're not, supposed to be leaving. This isn't suspicious at all.
How do I get out of this city?
Can you see I'm busy?
I'll take your turn for you.
And lose the game for me?
You're gonna lose anyhow.
Don't be so sure, Gallagher. I've got something up my sleeve.
I knew you were cheating.
Well, so are you.
Hey. Pretty impressive cheating considering he's got short sleeves on there. Being able to slip a card out of there without anyone noticing is quite a talent.
Oh, nothing.
Walk up to someone, oh nothing, and turn the jukebox on. Maybe you can play Stairway to Heaven for Foster and his dad rock tastes.
The select button isn't lit.
This shit ain't lit, fam. I also regret that immediately. And a card on the metal plate. And I just opened the
There's
door.
no sign of a lock or a card slot. It doesn't react to my thumbprint. There's a thumb-sized indentation.
Okay, so I need to steal someone's thumb now. How hard can that be? Alright, take your time, Foster / Overman. Fosterman. Just casually stroll around. There is another thing we need to do around here. I'm hoping I can do it now that I've been in there. I'm looking for the lovely Danielle again. There she is. We might not even need her. Oh no, is it you need to put the dog biscuits on the plank. And now we wait. Oh.
Ah! The trap is baited. It's attached to some... Ha! The trap is baited.
Guess I have to wait for the dog to show up. More waiting around. Now, this does achieve something, but I like the idea that Fosterman is just doing this because he's... I mean, I'm sure you can see where this is going. He's just a psychopath, basically. There's no other real reason behind it.
The trap is baited.
There you go. Get him. Just the calmness as he watches it happen.
Where has Spunky gone? Officer Blunt, come and help me, quickly!
And now we can slip past. No one notices him catapult that dog.
Just for a second, you scared me. But you're only dummies.
They all actually look like that guy on the second level who was a bit of a smarmy asshole. Don't know if you remember him.
They're not human. Someone's been making androids.
Ooh.
They must have switches to activate them somewhere. Damned if I'm gonna look for them, though.
I'm curious. No. Okay. We can't turn Joey into a creepy man. We've got 2 exits. We'll take this one first, for it is the most obvious.
There aren't any markings on it, or locks. You don't look so healthy. You should get out in the sunshine.
That is absolutely how you respond to finding a dead body.
His skin is cold, like plastic.
Yep, it's just make quips. It's fine.
This place is spooky.
Yes, it's full of corpses.
His skin is cold. Oh no, not her. Not Anita.
Not that love interest I had for all of 35-40 seconds.
Her skin is burnt and blistered.
Ugh.
She appears to have been exposed to radiation.
Ah, like that radiation that she wasn't allowed to wear a suit for because she's a woman. Of course.
Her skin is... He doesn't have any eyelashes.
Eyelashes are overrated.
His skin is cold. Yo, that's horrible.
Oh, this one he's offended by.
I don't think a severed head would be any use.
I don't know. I like the idea. I mean, Anita clearly died in the radioactive chamber thing up on the top floor. Someone carried her body all the way down here and stuffed it in a locker without anyone noticing.
There could be something useful in there. Wouldn't you know it? It's locked.
Do we have a wrench? Can we wrench it open? No. Haven't used any items in a while.
The wheels are locked in place.
Just leave all those corpses there. Out of mind, out of sight, you know. What is
A
this?
ventilation shaft. Better keep away from the edge, or I'll get sucked off.
Oh, for God's sake. Stop. Just stop. This is a very strange cathedral, though. I mean, it's built on a massive ventilation shaft. Its front room is just full of inactive androids, and then there's corpses in the basement. This is... yeah. I mean, I've been to heard about some pretty creepy priests in my time, but this is a new one. Right. Believe the next thing on the agenda is to go have a look at where Anita died. Going all all the way back up to the top floor. Which we've forgotten the route to, apparently. That guy's gone now, the one I was just talking about who looked like the androids. Maybe he was an android. Not particularly clear. Could go either way. Androids are a thing. Don't know why someone would make a smug android intentionally though. But then someone made Joey, I guess. God, these rooms are becoming like a second home to me. I know the layout of this place better than I know the layout of my own house. Oh look, a convenient radiation suit suddenly. Don't mind if I do. Nice teddy bear sweater he's got there. I believe that was mentioned a lot earlier.
It's the entrance to the reactor. It obviously doesn't open manually.
Obviously.
There's a small monitor screen and some knobs.
Knobs. That's... I don't know what K is, but 2 million of them sounds like quite a lot. 96% ionized. I don't know what any of this means, but it's very interesting. I think just open the door, that was easy enough. How are you going to retina scan anyone in a radiation suit? Apologises if you can hear rustling, by the way. My dog has just found an envelope and is ripping it up, because that's what dogs do. If you ever fancy getting a dog, my advice is don't.
The power in those things gives me the willies.
Willies. Even when he's not making double entendres, I like to, you know, pretend he is.
If it wasn't for the heat shield, I'd be frazzled.
There we go. I guess we're in Ether now.
It might be old, but my coat is cool.
If you say so. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to change clothes. I imagine the game wouldn't have let me walk around in a radiation suit for the rest of it. I could have tried, but can't really be arsed now. Anyway, this is the room I tend to stop playing in. Got a lot of save files here. And my dog is really starting to annoy me now, so I think I might just stop and go throw him outside. Or my monster like that. Russell. Anyway, I'll see... Yeah, that's not annoying at all, Loki. Not at all. Not even slightly. Yeah, I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye.